everyone, Edna Kimble, Edna Sells, Century 21 Wright Real Estate, and welcome to today's episode. And we have a special guest, Neep. Did I get that right?
Me.
Okay.
Yes.
And Allie is with our local chamber, and you guys know I'm a huge chamber fan. So Allie, tell us what you do at the chamber.
Yeah, so I am the membership and marketing specialist. We basically decided that after some staff turnover, Nathan came up to me and said, Allie, what do you want to do? What are your strengths? And I said, well, I'm really good at building relationships and facilitating those relationships, but marketing is my passion. He was like, you know what? You are the membership and marketing specialist. So now I basically market our members to the best of my abilities. When I go out and I meet with members and I visit with them and talk about how we can benefit the chamber, how they can benefit from the chamber, most of them tell me it's on a marketing standpoint, on a marketing base. So
especially small businesses.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then so I feel like my strengths really come in with my marketing piece. So going and visiting members, it's naturally all of our conversations are how can we market you better to our community.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
I love that. You got to make your own position.
It literally is like a dream world.
Well, that's so smart because it's sometimes you shouldn't hire to the position. You should hire the person.
Exactly.
And then take care of the position.
Exactly.
So.
And I think that's Nathan's philosophy too. If he has a team, he knows that we all have our strengths and he's going to figure out how to make us work together well.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been with the chamber?
I started working at the chamber last August, so it's March now, so however many months that is.
So not even a full year.
No, not even a full year. Yeah, but it feels like I've been here forever from how much I love it. Like that's what it feels like.
Yes. And so are you Tahlequah homegrown?
I am actually from Henrietta, Oklahoma.
The big town.
Oh, yeah. So I lived in Henrietta, but I went to school at a place called Wilson, graduated with 15 people. Super small school. When I try to explain what Wilson is, I'm like, it's basically like the pasture in Henrietta, and like, cause we're all the country kids, where all of us go to school, you know. So that's originally where I'm from. NSU brought me here. I got a scholarship here. My school was paid for, and then since I've been here, I've built this community. I have my own business, a photography business, so I built my own clientele here, and I don't know if Tahlequah will ever get me to leave because I just love it here so much.
I love that, and we see that so often. People come for NSU
right.
or for a job or something, and they kind of fall in love with it. Yes. But Henrietta, that's not so far.
No, it's not bad. That's where my mama lives, so I go home and see her as much as I can, and that's still home, but you can have two homes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then she can come visit you too.
Exactly, and she likes Tahlequah too. Her and my grandmother, I call her my mama. So they came up here and visited me not too long ago, and they were like, I kind of get why you love it. I get why you want to stay. And
I love when people fall in love with Tahlequah.
Yes, me too. It's like I'm kind of passionate about Tahlequah. I'm like, you have to see it. We have so much to offer you. Yeah.
And see, that's great, guys, because if you're a member of the chamber, you want someone who's passionate in charge of the marketing. Yeah. So give me kind of an idea of like what a typical, I'm a small business owner. Yeah. What are some of the items that you offer the small business owners if they're a member of the chamber?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, our marketing piece, biggest benefit that we get for you. So we do have a newsletter, and it's called Chamber Chat, and that goes out to about 4,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so many people see that. And as a member of the chamber, if you submit your ad by 5 p.m. on Friday, it'll be in the following week's newsletter on Wednesday at 11. So that's one benefit. And then I also really try to focus on member-focused marketing, not just marketing the chamber and what we do, but our members, and because they make the chamber. We wouldn't be anything without our members. So knowing that so much benefit comes from our members, we have developed so many different campaigns where we are able to advocate for these small businesses and advocate for our leaders in town. So, yeah.
I love that. So tell me about the database, the 4,000. How would someone who is maybe not ready to join the chamber, but they want the newsletter, how would they go about clicking on that or getting it? Subscribing to it.
Yes, exactly. So if you want to be on our recipient list, you do not have to be a member. So you can just reach out to us and say, I want to be on that chain. I want to know. I want to see every newsletter. I want to know what everyone's doing. So you can be on our newsletter. You just have to call us, come visit us, email us, message us on social media, any of those ways, and we will add you there. But one perk of being a member is you get to submit your own ad. So if you want to test it out and decide if you like the newsletter and if you'd benefit from this, we can add you to our chain so you can see what it's all about.
Okay, well, I love it. I get it, and it comes early in the morning, which is kind of my quiet time in the office. And sometimes I'll catch myself just like reading because I'm like, oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, I didn't know she was doing that. You know, so it really, if you want to know what's happening, it's a great way to know. And you know, people are always contacting me saying, what's going on in that building, or what are they doing over there? And I know because I read the newsletter.
Exactly.
So that's great. Okay, so then you are the one who put the newsletter together.
Yes, we just hired. You're welcome. So we just hired another person, and her name is Jaden. She is our operations coordinator now. So literally this week, I turned that torch over to her. So I trained her up. I showed her how the newsletter works. I'll still be designing most of the marketing pieces and the graphics and stuff like that, but she is going to be the one who facilitates that, who builds it. So we may see a few new changes coming in the newsletter soon because we have some new hands behind it.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And we'll put their contact information below so that if you want to click on or get subscribed, I don't know why I'm having trouble with that, subscribe to, and it's the Chamber Chat.
Chamber Chat.
Chamber Chat. But I love it because it tells you about all of the new businesses opening and you know, and then also I like the ads because it lets me know somebody's got a coupon going on.
Exactly.
Or like that.
I'm a shopaholic and a foodie. I like it also. Every time I know something is going on, I'm one of the first people there because I get the ads first and I'm like, okay, I'll be sure to tell all my friends. And then now all of my chamber friends know because it's in the newsletter.
There you go. No, that's perfect. Okay. And so you do a lot of behind the scenes work, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you also are building relationships. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so with our new position, the marketing and membership specialist, I get to go out and I get to meet with them, and while I'm meeting with them, I figure out how to market with them. So we start off building our relationship through our new member orientation. You come in and you meet with me at the chamber in our membership lounge, and then I will try my best, as long as everybody's not in meetings, to introduce you to the rest of the staff. And then after that, we will kind of talk about the benefits you can get from the chamber, how to utilize them, and then how you can get involved a little bit more. After that, we'll begin planning your ribbon cutting, and then we build that relationship. I go out and visit you throughout my schedule. I fish everybody in as much as I can, but what we try to do is be very intentional with it. We've been doing national holiday spotlights, okay? And like tomorrow is National Egg McMuffin Day. So we're going to spotlight McDonald's with their Egg McMuffins because they're a valuable member to us. They sponsor some of our events, including my Tahlequah, which is a really big one, and which is coming up. So for our national holiday spotlights, we go out and we're like, do you know today's your holiday? And when we meet with them, we talk a little bit, give them a little spiel about how they can utilize their membership better, and then we market them all over our social media. A lot of times we will do like a blog about them. We do 4 membership spotlights a month. So then right after that, we write a blog after our meetup and after our little bit of marketing, and then we go back, take everything we learned about them, turn it into a blog, and post it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah, well, and you probably get to eat an Egg McMuffin.
Exactly, and I get to have yummy snacks all the time.
There you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have an intern who works with me. Her name is Victoria, and it's definitely our favorite part of our job. We get to go on little girls' days all the time, meeting with members and fostering these new relationships with our chamber people. So.
And that's what it's about.
Exactly.
And so how often does the newsletter come out?
It comes out weekly, 11 a.m. on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays.
Yep.
Okay, I knew it wasn't Friday, but I was thinking, what day am I reading
yes,
that? So,
Wednesday mornings.
Yeah, but I always like it because it gives me the opportunity to pre-schedule the rest of my week with what's happening.
Exactly.
So, love that. Love that. Well, we're excited that you're so excited and enthusiastic. So, because Tahlequah is you're not homegrown here, what's 2 of your favorite things about Tahlequah, or things that you didn't know and now you're just like, I can't believe we have this here?
I'm really thankful for the opportunity for higher education that I got here. I am passionate about NSU, Northeastern State. I'm currently going to school there right now for my master's program in becoming a school counselor. So not only...
Snaps for the master's. That's a big commitment.
I'm very excited. And so coming from such a small town where I graduated with 15 people, like I said, this didn't really look like an option for me. Higher education was something that was going to take, it was going to be hard for me to reach. And so once I came to NSU, and NSU really opened doors for me. So NSU is probably the biggest thing that's most important to me here in Tahlequah. But to kind of expand on that, the second thing is just the community it provided for me afterwards. Once I graduated, I immediately had a place to go work. I had an option, and I had multiple options, and I chose the chamber. And so I came to the chamber and built so much community, and so many people like me. So many people I meet, they're like, I was in a sorority, I was in that sorority.
Oh,
And
that's
they were
great.
like, I was in PLC when I was at NSU.
My daughter was in
See,
PLC.
there we go. See, exactly. And it's just finding out. It's just, I love a small town, and I love a small world, and being able to connect with people. And so any little thing that I can find to connect with someone on, it just warms my heart. So finally, like, graduating from NSU, coming out and meeting all of these people who are a lot like me, have stories very similar to me, and now we're making it here in Tahlequah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. But that is what I think, that's probably one of my favorite things about Tahlequah, is that it's such a diverse community because people have come in for the
Yes,
college
exactly.
and then stayed, and everybody's coming from a little bit different background, and then you just get to kind of, it's a big melting pot. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will never forget. I was coming up here for a tour of Tahlequah. I was in talent search in high school, and the woman, her name was Donna Kilpatrick. She told me, Allie, a lot of people who come to Tahlequah for NSU decide not to leave. I think you're going to decide not to leave.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, whatever. I know I can't stay put. And now here I am, 22 years old, and I'm like, I can't really picture a future outside of Tahlequah.
Oh,
Like, this is
wow.
where I want to be.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we love your enthusiasm for Tahlequah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So when you're not basically supporting and taking care of Tahlequah and loving on us, what do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, you can find me running my small business. It's Captured by Allie. I am a photographer, and that I started doing that when I was 12 years old. I just,
Oh my God.
my yearbook, I wasn't even in yearbook, but I was one of the good kids, the teacher's pets, of course. And she was like, I don't have anyone to go to this baseball game. We go to this baseball game and take pictures. Started doing it, and then everybody was like, you're good at that.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
you should think about doing that with your life. Later on, my junior year came, so I went to a career tech, got certified in digital media, and came here, and I knew that's where I was going to start. So I got my degree in media studies, and my business has just boomed ever since. And the chamber helps me with that because I build so many connections,
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
are like, hey, I like you. Will you come photograph my wedding? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I will, because now we're besties.
Well, and having someone take your photograph is a very, I don't know, it's almost an intimate situation
It
because
is.
it's intimidating, and you don't like that.
No, I
person.
totally agree. And
Okay.
one of the things that I try so hard in my business is to make sure those sessions are intimate. They are personal, and we are building a relationship, because it's not just about the photos you're going to get.
No.
Like, I want my clients to be lifetime clients. Like, I want to be with them through all of their journeys. I want to photograph their wedding, and then they have a baby on the way, so I'm doing the announcement, and then we have family pictures. So that's the dream, is that I will one day be photographing clients for their lifetime.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's kind of like my industry. Like,
Yes.
we'll sell them a home and then their children a home.
Exactly.
And now I've started in on the grandkids, believe it or not.
Oh, I love it.
Been doing it a minute. So, well, we're so excited that you're here today.
And I'm happy to be here.
And we love the fact that you are just kind of full on with Tahlequah.
Right.
But we like to bring it back a little bit to real estate. So if you were buying your dream home and money was no object, what are 3 things that you would want with that home?
So I daydream about this constantly. Since I was a little girl, you know on Beauty and the Beast, when Belle goes to the library and she gets on the ladder and she glides across the
Yes.
library, that is a non-negotiable,
Oh,
non-negotiable
I love
for me.
that.
I have to be able to have a library in my own home. And then aside from that, I love windows. I love the natural light. So I have to be able to have an area for natural light, an area for all of my plants to blossom and thrive. And then another thing, whatever personality my kids decide to have, I have to have the space to make sure they can explode that personality.
Okay.
I love kids. I like to consider myself a Disney fanatic, so I'm really big on anything. The childlike things, like those hold a place in my heart. So I want my future kids to have the space to be those crazy kids and to run around. So spacious, lots of windows, and a library.
Well, that's nothing crazy, but
No.
that's the first library one, and I
Really?
love that. I love the
Truly,
the
like,
library,
it's been a
so.
dream since I was a little girl. I knew I had to have a library in my
Okay,
house.
yeah. And because we are in Tahlequah, I also like to ask, river or lake?
You know, I personally would probably be happier on the lake.
On the lake.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, I love floating the river, but it can get a little rambunctious, the raft, and it gets a little stressful. And I'm a high stress kind of girl, so just kind of relaxing on the lake, just literally sitting there in my inner tube, that's more my
A
speed.
little more chill.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised because you've got a lot of energy.
Yes. Like I said, the river is still great, but
Okay.
I need a moment for the downtime.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put your information below, and we're
yeah.
going to go ahead and put in the capture by Allie.
Yeah, that's
Captured
me.
by Allie.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a photographer,
I will happily take all your
I
photos.
didn't realize you did that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's amazing.
great.
I love doing it.
Okay, well, we'll get your info on that for sure. But guys, at the end of the day, if you are a small business owner, self-employed, it doesn't really matter. If you are looking to kind of level up and see what this chamber chat is all about, reach out because you can see her enthusiasm is very, very genuine. And we're super excited that you came in today. Thank you
Yes,
so
I'm so
much.
happy to be here.
Yes. So please like, follow, subscribe, and share. And if you would like to be on our next podcast as a guest, or there's someone you would like to see on here, please reach out and let us know. And follow Allie. I think she's going to be doing great things in the future. Thanks everyone for watching.